At long last, fall camp is finally here for the Alabama Crimson Tide football team. Players report today. Practice is now set to begin. We're going to keep you guys covered with all the latest going on around the Crimson Tide. So if you haven't already, hit that sub button for me right now. Fall camp is set to begin, and Fan Day is finally back for the Crimson Tide as well. The first time this has happened since 2019. Thanks, COVID. The NIL collective for Alabama, Alabama. The members can actually go on the field, get autographs from players after practice wraps. That'll be an open practice, by the way, not just for NIL members, but for everyone. August 5th, 2:30 to 4:30. Will Alabama show a lot of things at that practice? No, maybe not. But hey, at least Fan Day is back and football is back for the Crimson Tide. So who here is going to go to Fan Day? HY for hell yeah, you'll be there. IW for you wish you would end up being able to go. Let's talk recruiting then to get today's show going as we, wait for practice to start. Nate Frazier is set to make his decision in the not too distant future. August 6th, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. It is a top 4 as we sit currently for Nate Frazier. And a bit of a wide net he's casted, the California product. Alabama, Georgia, Oregon, Texas A&M, all there in the running for the product out of California. Very curious where he ends up going. He's from Mater Dei, California. I think I pronounced that correctly. A lot of buzz on Georgia for Nate Frazier. Bama, Oregon, A&M in the mix as well. So would not be surprised if he goes to the Bulldogs. Okay, if he does, Bama's still in the mix for other corners. Here's what On3 writes about Frazier. A little scouting report for him, if you will. Dynamic every down back with projectable size and home run ability. He's 5'11", 208. He has some of the best long speed among the top running backs in the 2024 cycle, running a wind legal 10.77 mark in the 100 meters as a junior. He carries that speed over to the field where he displays arguably the best burst among 2024 backs. Frazier in the 24/7 Sports composite rankings as of filming. I know how much those things can change. He's a 4-star recruit, number 51 overall in the class, the number 4 running back, and the number 4 player from the state of California. There's a long line of successful backs in the NFL. Sure would be nice to see Frazier join that group here among Alabama players. But before we get to some more recruiting updates here, who is your favorite Alabama back of all time? Maybe you're going with the Derrick Henry. Maybe you want to go with Mark Ingram. Or hell, maybe you just like TJ Yeldon. Whoever it is, go comment for me in the comments. Actually, the pinned comment to be exact. If the ad comes here on YouTube, that's fine. Ignore the ad. Nobody cares. Instead, go vote and tell us who your favorite Alabama back of all time is. Some more recruiting decision times that we now know here. KJ Bolden, the Georgia product out of Buford, he is going to commit August 5th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. This is one of the top recruits in the entire country. He is a 5-star in the class of 2024. He's number 6 overall. He's the number 1 safety, the number 2 safety in the state of Georgia. Much more of a localized option group for KJ Bolden here with some big names. Alabama, Auburn, who I don't think has a great shot to land Bolden, although they did flip a 5-star from Bama, which we'll get into here later on in today's show, so maybe I shouldn't write them off so quickly. Georgia seems to have a good shot here. Florida State gaining some ground. And then I put Ohio State, Alabama kind of in that secondary group behind those top 2. But Alabama does have a shot to land Bolden. It's a high school kid. You know that the recruiting crystal balls, prediction machine, whatever, not always accurate because these are, again, just teenagers. Here's what KJ Bolden had to say on Alabama. He's done, or the school, he, meaning, Alabama in general, has done a great job of recruiting me. I love Coach Kelly, but ever since T-Rob took over the DBs with Coach Saban, I feel like Coach T-Rob definitely stays on me for sure. He's one of the top 3 hardest recruiters I've got right now. Bama is just legendary. Who wouldn't want to play for Coach Nick Saban? Apparently, we'll answer that question here with Perry Thompson, but again, focused on Bolden right now. He's one of the best coaches of all time, so I feel like once you get there, there's a lot of opportunities to make it to the next level. Some other Buford High School alums, by the way, Isaiah Bond, Jake Pope, all currently playing for the Crimson Tide. Potential breakout star this year, if you can count a freshman as a breakout player. Justice Haynes and Seth McLaughlin. Maybe being able to play with Jake Pope would be a nice thing for Bolden, but we'll see if the Crimson Tide can land him at the end of this week. We have a deal for you guys here. Alabama football jerseys are on sale. Chatsports.com/Alabama jersey. That link will be in the comment section and the description of today's show. You can get a custom one, the crimson jerseys, the white jerseys. You can make it your own name, friend's name, whatever, joke name if you want to have some fun with it. Wear number 69, whatever. We can also get current players, adjust it there. Historical ones, they have Bryce Young jerseys as well, the now #1 pick for the Carolina Panthers starter, by the way. Get yours today, chatsports.com/Alabama jersey. Links in the comment section and the description of today's show. The surprise then of the recruiting cycle from this past week is that 5-star wide receiver Perry Thompson has flipped from Alabama to Auburn. A fairly noteworthy loss for the Crimson Tide actually knocks them outside of the top 10 of the 2024 recruiting rankings. Thompson was supposed to be alongside, the Julian saying, hey, the guy's going to be key pieces for Alabama moving forward. Not sure how Auburn was able to flip Perry Thompson. NIL, I'm sure, playing a sizable role. And that's how recruiting works after all. Thompson is a 5-star recruit for the class of 2024. The number 32 overall player, number 8 wide receiver, number 4 from the state of Alabama. A sizable get for Auburn and a noteworthy loss for Alabama. I will make note, among other conversations we'll have here on this, Antonio Brown has DM'd Perry Thompson and said basically he's being dumb. What's the meme? The worst person you know just made a great point. Antonio Brown right on that one, despite not being right very often. Now, Thompson has spoken in terms of why he flipped to Auburn. He says, quote, I know Nick Saban specializes with DBs, and my main position is receiver. And Hugh Freeze has got a background of developing receivers at a higher level. Here's the thing. No, he doesn't. No way around it from that perspective. Here's what Nick Saban has done. 1,000-yard wide receivers under Nick Saban, who, yes, does defensive backs, but it's not just one coach. DJ Hall way back when. Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Jerry Jeudy, Devonta Smith, John Mechie, Jameson Williams. How many first-round picks at wide receiver did we just mention? There's a lot of them. Jalen Waddle on this list. There's been really good impact in the NFL so far. That's just the 1,000-yard guys. Meanwhile, that's what Saban's done. Here's what Hugh Freeze has done. Laquan Treadwell and Antonio Gandy Golden. Okay? Those are not impact wide receivers in the NFL. So maybe Hugh Freeze was able to sell him on, we got Antonio Gandy Golden drafted at Liberty. Imagine what we can do for you at Auburn. It doesn't really make any sense to me. I don't really think we can give a lot of credit to A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf at Ole Miss to Hugh Freeze. That seems like it's kind of maybe cheating. But even if you count those guys, you still better chucker at Alabama. So, look, I'm never going to be mean to a kid for picking where he thinks is best. Maybe it was a good recruiting sell by Hugh Freeze, but the argument just isn't correct, frankly. Again, folks, fall camp is here, so make sure you guys are subscribed. Don't miss out on anything going on around the Crimson Tide. Hit that sub button right now.